The whole gang is here, and guys, Drake May had a good week last week. Seems smooth sailing, calm, collected, didn't have a turnover, and that is one of the first times that we've seen that from Drake May. Gresh first, what'd you take from the performance?
Well, I thought that Josh McDaniels called a great game for Drake May, where it wasn't a ton of throws down the field unless they really showed themselves. It was much more short to intermediate type stuff. I also thought May was calmer in the pocket. Some of that is protection. Some of that are plays where the ball's going to come out quicker. And like I tried to highlight during the play breakdown, Patriots did a really good job of using motion to help May really understand what the coverages were. And a lot like when Pittsburgh would come in here and play Tom Brady, you sit in zone, Josh can call plays to carve you up. And that's kind of what happened, I think, against Miami. They had no ability to be able to play man-to-man. They sat in a lot of zone, and Drake May did a great job of picking it apart.
And one of those things that helps him, I think, Morgan, was the run game and how good it was. Ramondre was fantastic.
Yeah, and something that Josh McDaniels mentioned this week was just how great Drake has been week to week in that positive trajectory. He honestly said he's been enjoyable to work with. So hopefully we see that trajectory continue this week.
Yeah, let's hope so. One of the things that is of note to work on, secondary issues. We've seen Alex Austin get burnt a few times. It's cause for concern. What would you say?
Well, I would say you see what happens when you lose your true number one corner.
Yeah.
And I think when you move everybody into a different spot, now you're looking at Davis, who's playing up as a one. You're asking more out of Marcus Jones. You're asking more out of a safety group that is completely rebuilt. So I am going to reserve judgment right now, Sam, until we get Gonzo on the field a couple of weeks. Let's see what the secondary looks like when you have the best piece out there. I think if they had lost, if Gonzo was a safety and you'd lost a safety, it wouldn't have affected the overall group the way it has, I think, Gonzalez being out, because now everybody's got to move up. But what's it going to look like when everybody plays in their role in the secondary?
And that's your best player right there. So it's a little
yeah, everybody's out of place right now is really what it is.
That's really what it is. A guy that they did have in August, Morgan, Jabril Peppers, on the other side. Don't know how much we'll see him today. You think it's a revenge game? He's looking at it this way. And they also had Jawan Bentley on their practice squad. So, I mean, a couple of former captains are now on the Steelers.
I think if you ask him, he might say no. Those guys don't like to put anything personal out there. But I think it is a little bit of a revenge game for him. And I think it's an overall angry Steelers defense right now. I think they have something to prove coming into week 3.
Yeah, it's the first time in I don't know, 2 decades where they've given up 30 points in each game, the Steeler defense. So I couldn't care less that guy's over there. Who cares? He's not going to make a massive impact. If you're mad, boo freaking who. I don't care. If Jabril Peppers is the reason that the Steelers end up winning this game and the guy makes unbelievable plays, I'll eat a shoe next week. How's that?
Wow. Okay.
No gravy.
No gravy, and that is confidence from our guy Gresh right there. Aaron Rodgers coming to town. The last time he was in the building, he lost.
Yep.
You know how he works. He's going to be all ready to go. He's going to be slinging it. What do you?
No question.
What do you expect?
Yeah, what I expect is Aaron Rodgers to bounce back from what was kind of just a Mets week for him. In week 1, I thought he was really good. Last week, it was just kind of meh. This week, let's see what happens. I think how to handle Rodgers, quick pressure.
Yeah.
This is where sudden burst Milton Williams, D lineman, if you get on him quick, you'll get him moving and into some bad decisions. But if Aaron Rodgers can stand back there, even if you have a really good blitz dialed up, if he can see it and throw into the teeth of it, so it's got to be quick pressure on Rodgers to really try to disrupt him and try to attack that Steelers offensive line.
Harold Landry, a guy that you were going to say something. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying everybody in the locker room still thinks he's that guy.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, and Drake May looks up to him. He said he looked up Aaron Rodgers' grip of the football back in 8th grade, and he still uses it today.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers can still play. What has happened is like what happened with Brady. the margin for error around him, maybe it was like this for Brady and Rodgers, and then as they got older, it became this.
Yep.
That Aaron Rodgers at this part of his career, he needs more stuff to go right around him. But if all that happens, you're looking at a guy that in 2019, 2020 was the MVP.
Yeah, it's wild. Definitely got to contain. Can't take him lightly, but also he isn't necessarily what.
No, and you do have to be aware on like 3rd and 5s if there's a rollout. You still have to respect his ability to get a couple yards in the run game, even though he ripped up his Achilles a couple years ago.
And he can draw a penalty too. He knows how to get.
Yeah, he knows the snap count. Absolutely.